Welcome back to another shipbuilding guide video, guys. So in this one I'm going to be showing you how to create a colour scheme for a ship or boat. So once you've reached this stage, you can now begin to add the stripes to the side of the hull. Obviously select the resource pack that you intend to use for the final product. So I'm just going to plan for these stripes, so just like that. So the water level here, you might need to refer back to your initial plan for this if you've not marked it on like I haven't, and just mark on the bottom of each stripe. So just a single layer, just to show where the bottom of each stripe is going to start. So very basic, just create a slightly curved line. So you might need to get a picture of the ship or boat that you're making, just to see what sort of colour scheme it actually had, depending on how realistic you actually want it to look. So like I said, just a slightly curved few lines to represent where the stripes are gonna start. So once you've completed that process, you'll reach a stage like this. You can see a set of slightly curved lines there, just to represent where the curves are going to start, the stripes are going to start. So from here you can actually finish the stripes off, fill them in, just like this, very basic. And if you see any imperfections, feel free just to correct them at this stage, and feel free to modify it at this stage again. And obviously, when you are doing this, try and pick a combination of colours that look nice together, and you can use WorldEdit for the bottom there, and obviously finish the rest off. So once you've done that, you'll reach this stage. So from here you can start planning for the beakhead and for the cabin. I'm not actually going to show you how to create those in this video. I'll show you how to do that in a future video. But in this video, I'll just show you how to plan. Just to do a basic plan on how to plan for the eventual colour scheme for them. So the beakhead there, I've just represented it with smooth sandstone, yep. And then using the replacer tool, I'll just sort of continue that colour. I like that sort of technique, especially for this example. And then you can do the same thing for the cabin. Just mark on where you will actually eventually make it, and then using the same technique, I'll just sort of continue that colour. I just think that technique looks a bit looks quite nice. Erase that a bit, just like that. There we go. Might just expand that a bit more. Okay. So the cabin and beakhead planned. You can now actually create the beakhead and the cabin, and the other final details. Again, I'll show you how to do that in a future video. Once you've done that, you reach to the stage where the cabin and beakhead are complete. I'll just show you how I've sort of combined it into the rest of the colour scheme. So acacia wood and sandstone, and I'm actually using the regular sandstone here, so I can combine it with the sandstone stairs. I feel like the acacia wood there looks quite well with the sandstone and the jungle wood, and the cabin, the same sort of colour scheme. So try and keep the same colour scheme throughout the ship. And obviously you want to make the cabin and the beakhead a little bit more flashy to highlight those key points of the ship. So just a basic look at the cabin and the beakhead. So from here you can actually complete the colour scheme by using a technique that I like to use, which is just replacing every block, or 50% of every block, with a block which looks very similar. For example, the light blue wool here, you can see I'll just replace 50% of it with light blue clay. So using WorldEdit, just simply replace light blue wool. So obviously replace it with 50%. Replace 50% of it with light blue wool, and then 50% of it with light blue stained clay. So you can see that's the result of just doing that. I'll skip over to the result of exchanging every block with 50% of a similar block. So you can see the result of it of that process at this stage. So I just find this adds a little bit more detail. It's more of an optional stage, but like I said, I just find it adds a little bit more detail, roughness, and it sort of smooths out the curves a bit. It sort of it makes them look less bold, if that makes sense. I just like the result of it. And with the sails, for example, you can exchange the wool for I think this is sponge and white stained clay, which gives it sort of a darker, sort of dirty look, which you'd obviously get on an old ship. For the bottom of the hull, I've actually chosen a lighter scheme, snow blocks, wool and quartz there. And the flags I've actually left pure. I've just gone for snow blocks, light blue wool and red wool, to make them look clean and just to highlight them. So I'll show you a few examples. I hope that guide, that little tutorial has given you a better understanding of how to create a colour scheme. I'll just quickly show you the float and ship of the line, which I've obviously recently made. So a similar sort of colour scheme. I've gone for a darker hull there. You can see the stripes. So a thinner stripe at the bottom, then a thicker one with jungle wood, a thinner one with spruce, and then at the top here I've actually replaced the jungle wood with green, so I feel like that goes well with the brick. And then at the top, again, like I've shown with the yachts, I've just replaced a few of the top blocks with a lighter block, yellow clay in this case. So just to give you a few ideas, if you do want to download this world and have a look for yourself, I'll leave the download for this world in the description. Final example, the ship of the line. I've actually used gold and dark blue for this ship. Obviously, being a ship of the line, it's got these long stripes running along the hull. As you can see, it's a bit difficult to see the pattern because, like I said, the sort of multi-block look that I choose to use sort of makes it blend in a bit more, which obviously makes it harder to see. Again, the flags I've just left pure like that, and the cabin, which I've actually used red and green blocks for. So I hope that's given you a good idea of how to create a colour scheme again, guys. As usual, thanks for watching the video, and I'll end it with a series of pictures, example pictures for you to look at.